Hey everyone! Welcome back to the Book Brood, and today we're doing our October TBR, and I wore my special shirt that I'm so excited! I've been waiting all year to wear this, so I have a bajillion things to talk about that I want to read.
First thing on my agenda is, I already had a stack of comic stuff, but I had to pick this up when I was picking up A Hold for Heidi, and it's Supergirl, New 52, Last Daughter of Krypton, and this one is by Michael Green and Mike Johnson. I've never read any Supergirl solo stuff, so that'll be interesting.
I think I've talked about these already, but I still have them out. This is The Rising by Steven Dos Santos. This is book 3 in the Torchkeeper trilogy, and this is Amulet, Volume 2, The Stonekeeper's Curse. Those I have out from the library and still need to read.
And then I have Captain Marvel Volume 2 by Kelly Sue DeConnick that's still out, and I still haven't read. Need to get to that as well. Yes, this is great. Lots of cats and Rocket Raccoon.
I like the picture on the back, too.
So this should be good. I'm enjoying Kelly Sue's work so far.
Nice. Yeah. Because I didn't have enough to read, my friend Amy brought me over a stack of stuff she has out from the library, including Anne Rice's Interview with the Vampire Claudia's story. This is the graphic novel. Art and adaptation by Ashley Marie Witter. And this is awesome. It's in sepia, except for the blood, which is in red, which is perfect for a vampire novel.
Yeah, nice touch.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a very bloody page to show you the contrast. And,
I love the cover.
Yeah. Yeah, they did a great job, or she did a great job, getting the very angelic look that Kirsten Dunst didn't exactly pull off in the movie.
Mm-hmm.
But I'm excited to get to that, and perfect for Halloween. And then she also dropped this off, which is Planetary, Book 1 by Warren Ellis and John Cassaday, which has absolutely no explanation of what it's about. She just hands it to me and says, "Here, read this. It was good." So,
that's all you have to go on.
I guess.
There. All right, and then I have Volume 2 of Brightest Day by Geoff Johns that I need to finish. This is a really good follow-up to Blackest Night. Really just keeps things going, just as fun and fast. And then I also have this Birds of Prey tie-in to Brightest Day, and it's actually titled End Run, so I assume it's the end run of Gail Simone's, which I pretty much read all of what is at the library of Gail Simone's run, which is fabulous. Fabulous so far.
You've really been liking
yes. That. I'm going to definitely seek out more of her just work in comics in general.
Yeah. Nice. You were saying that she writes very human, complex characters, right?
Yeah, she gives the heroes a lot more depth than just their superpowers, and there's relationships in there, but it's not the overall focus of it, which it could easily slide into being a group of women working together, but it doesn't. They work together, they're people, they solve their problems. It's
nice.
It's and it is awesome. Nice and exciting adventures too.
That's fantastic. 2 more novels I have out from the library because I have an epic problem. This is The Wicked Boy, The Mystery of a Victorian Child Murderer by Kate Summerscale. Ooh. And I was under the impression that this was based on a true story, but reading the little synopsis, it doesn't exactly say. So I'm not sure if this is fiction or what, but this is about 2 boys at the end of the 1800s who murder their parents and go through the legal system. And then Bird Box by Josh Malerman. And from what I know about this is a thriller about some kind of creature or monster that if you see it, you either die or go on a killing spree. And so everyone covers their eyes and then goes about their business. So the book is written without a lot of visual detail, visual descriptions.
Oh.
And I've heard really good things about it, and I'm interested to read a story that doesn't rely on visual explanations.
Yeah, that sounds really cool.
Yeah, so.
All right, and then I grabbed this 3-part, or at least the first 3 parts, of this Birds of Prey run. This one is done by Dwayne Schwarzinski, and I know at least one of them is co-written by Gail Simone, so that's awesome too. But it'll be interesting to dive into the New 52 version of the Birds of Prey, see what they change up, see how they handle it.
So you've not read any 52 Birds of Prey?
New 52 stuff, yeah. No, I haven't yet.
Awesome. So. Nice.
I've read a few things that the characters pop up here and there of New 52 stuff, but nothing dedicated Birds of Prey.
That should be fun, because you've read a bunch of the older stuff.
Yeah.
Awesome. I have a middle grade novel here, Castle Hangnail by Ursula Vernon, which seems like a very cute story about a little girl who answers a posting for someone needs like an evil caretaker or something, or an evil overlord in their castle to like maintain their evil status. So she's like pretending to be evil. I don't know. It sounds adorable and perfectly seasonal. So.
That sounds great.
Yeah.
All right. So I am going to move on to my novels that I want to do. 2001: A Space Odyssey by Arthur C. Clarke. This one I've talked about before. It's actually, the rest of my TBR here is actually the books that I did for top 5 books I want to finish before the end of the year. So I want to get to those now instead of trying to rush at the end. But anyway, this is one of them. This is about the story of the birth of mankind and then going all the way to interstellar space travel and artificial intelligence and things like that. Grand scale of an adventure and a classic. So it'd be good to finally check that one off.
We started that one with the kids, didn't we?
We did, and they did enjoy the Moonwatcher parts with like the primitive, or what was to become, intelligent, or the spark of intelligence in the ancestor of man.
Yeah, it was interesting. Okay, I have Revenge, 11 Dark Tales by Yoko Ogawa. I've had this for a long time, and I've been meaning to get to it for a long time, but what better time to do it than around Halloween?
Mm-hmm.
Sounds awesome. And short stories are not something I generally grab, but...
They're nice, though, sometimes.
Yeah.
Just make you feel like you're doing a lot of reading. You know?
Mm-hmm. Well, and especially to get, like, a feel for an author, because I've never read anything by Yoko Ogawa.
My next one is Shadow of the Torturer by Gene Wolfe. This one is actually a little fitting for the season, but this is about a individual, a torturer, that it's actually a society that you're born into, or a part of society, or section of society. Anyway, but that's just their jobs that they're born into is torturing and execution. And I think it's a story of his adventures and I think probably falling in love too. And I don't think that's allowed. So that will be, I hope that'll be a really, really good one.
It sounds very intriguing.
Yeah. So try not to have too high of expectations.
All right, my beloved copy of Poe, The Complete Works. I've read most of his poems, but I've actually only read a handful of his stories. So I just want to pick this up at random and just read a few more of the stories that I haven't read yet. Mm-hmm. And I don't know. I love Poe, and it's the perfect time of the year to have an excuse to pull it out. Mm-hmm.
Right, still working on 20,000 Leagues Under the Sea by Jules Verne, and I'm still not that much further in it. But it's one I wanted to finish by the end of the year. So, if you don't know, mysterious submarine, but it's in a time where no one knows what a submarine is, and advanced technology, Captain Nemo, all of that great stuff. It should be great.
It's a classic.
Right. Yeah. I mean, my coworkers tell me that it's enjoyable. Just have to.
Do you have to push through to a certain point,
not
or just
so
get
much.
Used
I just haven't. I sit down and I read like 6 pages, and I don't know why. I find some reason to put it down, and I just need to force myself to just sit down. And the weather's getting crappier, so.
Which I am so excited about. Yeah. I really want to dive into some longer novels. Mm-hmm. Okay, my circus novels that I want to get to. I have Station 11, which is about a traveling group of performers after society has pretty much crumbled and they're trying to rebuild. The Night Circus by Erin Morgenstern. This was by Emily St. John Mandel, by the way. The Night Circus is supposed to be absolutely beautiful. It's a mysterious circus that pops up without warning. There's supposed to be like a competition between magicians or something like that, and it's supposed to be wonderful. And The Weight of Feathers, which is a sort of Romeo and Juliet situation, I believe. This is by Anna Marie McLemore. And this is 2 different magical families or something to that effect, or traveling performer magician families, and they have been enemies forever, and they fall in love.
Interesting. I want to read The Night Circus. I really do want to get to that one. Yeah. All right, and then my last one is Roadside Picnic. This one is by Arkady and Boris Strugatsky. This is a Russian translation, and it is a story about a character known as the Stalker, and he leads people to this place that is known as the Zone, which is apparently a crash site for a UFO, and people gather things or have epiphanies or religious experiences or things like that, and so he guides people to it, and so it's a story about him guiding 2 characters to it and just their feelings about it and everything. There was a movie actually made, I think, in the 70s called Stalker about it, and I saw that, and I think this is going to be a lot different. It seemed very. There was nothing about alien artifacts or anything like that in the movie, so. And that's in the description on the back of the book. Yeah. So, should be good. I've heard good things from. Actually just read it, and the people who have read it on our books. Yeah.
That's awesome. I do enjoy every once in a while a story that takes place over just a short amount of time like that, in just one single adventure. Or
just
whatever.
One go.
Yeah. Oh, I am probably going to pick this up first after I get done with my library stuff. Dracula by Bram Stoker. This has beautiful illustrations by Becky Cloonan, and I am just so excited to get to this. I've never read this before, but this is the year.
Yeah, it was on a TBR of mine this year, and I didn't get to it. I'm sorry.
It happens. I want to read Dr. Jekyll and Mr. Hyde by R.L. Stevenson. I probably won't get to any of the other tales in here, but Jekyll and Hyde is pretty short, so that should be easy to get through. I honestly don't think I will get around to Frankenstein this month. I have so much to read, I just don't think it's going to happen. But in the off chance that I have extra time.
It's not really a scary novel.
No, it's just...
Yeah.
You know, it's one of those classic monster books.
Yeah,
you know?
it's good. I'm glad I read it. Yes, yeah. And you will be too once you...
Oh, when I read it. I've been stressing myself, pushing myself to read way too much lately. Are you done?
I'm all done, yeah. Or actually, wait, no, I've got this manga. This one's Eternal Sabbath, apparently about a person that can convince people of anything that he wants. So apparently he just drops into people's home and has dinner with them and sleeps over, and, you know, so he doesn't have to, like, hold down a job or anything, but then... Like, a doctor starts following him, and it turns out he might not be the only one, and secret societies. So I'm hoping I get into this one, because after finishing Attack on Titan, I've had no luck. I'm just defeated. I just want to know what happens.
That sounds like what's the name? Kill whatever from Jessica Jones.
Oh, the Purple Man. Yes. Oh yeah, what is his name?
David Tennant.
Right, yes.
Whatever his
and this is
was.
by Fuyumi Tsuruyo, I think. I think that's how you say it.
All right. I think it's been long enough. It's time to move on to Injustice Year 2. Gods Among Us Year 2. And this is much less intimidating because it's in 2 parts and they're smaller. And so I can just read one and then, you know, not have to feel like I have to read both at the same exact time in one sitting.
And our friend Amy brought us Year 4. I should have talked about that. Anyway, I'm going to read Year 4 here coming up, but I haven't read that yet. But Year 2 is the best year I've read so far of the 3.
Good. I haven't read... any comics in a long time, so that'll be good.
Traditional.
Yeah, I mean, I've read graphic novels, but not with superheroes and that kind of stuff. So that's
our huge
October plan
goal. TBR. We'll check in later at how we're doing.
See how much of it we get to.
We'll see you next time, everyone.
Bye.